Hello again, everybody, and welcome to this Channel 11 Sports Special. Tonight it's Big 9 Conference Boys High School Football coming to you from Rocket Stadium. And we'll start off with the pregame festivities with the John Marshall Rocket Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the pride of John Marshall. This year at 160 strong, the 1993 John Marshall Marching Rocket Band. Rocket fans, the band wants to welcome you to tonight's game as they march down the field to March from Clouds. Please welcome our visiting Spartan fans as the Rocket Band plays the Mayo fight song. will advance the colors with their traditional rendition of the battle hymn of the Republic. Join in singing as the John Marshall Rocket Band under the direction of Lanny C. Colbeck leads us in our national anthem.
All right, so we're about set to get underway here. The rain has begun to fall as it started on the band as they performed their pregame festivities. And another great performance by the Rocket Marching Band and all the fine band players that are in that group. And we're about set to get underway here. The John Marshall Rockets will kick off to the Mayo Spartans. And Kevin, what do you think? Does that give any advantage to the Mayo Spartans to be at John Marshall and receive first?
Well, it might, but with this rain, you never can tell what's going to happen.
Great. Zeke Berg on the camera tonight at the first half, and Corey Belcher will be on the camera the second half. Both students from the television production programs at the two schools. And there's the kick by Chad Westberg. And the reception there by the Mayo Spartans, and they bring it out, and a big return out to the 29-yard line for the Mayo Spartans. And that was number 22 for the Mayo Spartans.
On the tackle for John Marshall, number 75, Jeff Tupper.
And that is Jay Hansen. The tackle on the play by number 75, Jeff Tupper.
First down for Mayo at the 29-yard line.
For the Rockets. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Rich Hebel and the Mayo Spartans here at Rocket Stadium. So Hebel under center, and in the backfield for the Spartans, it's Burke Farnell and Mike Rippentrop. There's the handoff up the middle. He breaks free.
He's all the way.
He could go the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown right away.
First play of the game.
And I believe that was number 33, Burke Farnell.
Number 34, Aaron Vold.
Check that. Number 34, Aaron Vold on the touchdown, the first play from scrimmage, and he rattles off a 71-yard touchdown play. For the Mayo Spartans to put them on the board right away.
That was a pretty explosive offense there in the beginning, but hope that can hold up throughout the whole game.
So the time on the clock, 11:33. We're only 27 seconds, and most of that took the the run down the field by Aaron Vold.
And the extra point is good.
And the Mayo Spartans jump on top, 7-0. And as you can see, the counter play worked brilliantly as the hole was wide open in the center, and Aaron Vold took off to the left side of the Rocket defensive line, through the defensive line, and away he went into the defensive backfield. Nobody could catch up with him once he got outside. And 71 yards later, the Mayo Spartans lead the John Marshall Rockets in a surprising opening play for the Mayo Spartans, 7-0. And what do you think there, Kevin? Right off the bat, they come out, they run one play, and they're up 7-0.
Well, that was mighty impressive, but now it's John Marshall's turn to see what they can do.
All right, so Corey Badger now will tee it up for the Mayo Spartans. Back deep for the Rockets. Let's see who's back there. Number 22. Kind of turned cockeyed here so we can't see, but here comes the kick by Badger. Short kick, it'll be taken at the 15. Up to the 20, up to the 30, to the outside. And he's Jason Barbas on the carry, and he gets hit at the 31. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the John Marshall Rockets. We didn't even get to introduce the starting lineup for the offense for Mayo, so let's give the starting lineup now for the offense for John Marshall. At quarterback, number 10, Brent Solheim. In the backfield, number 20, Jason Barbas. Number 42, Chad Durkin. And running back, number 33, Kevin Johnson. The ends will be right end Dave Kinneberg, number 88, and left end Chad Westberg. And we'll get the line after this play. Solheim under center. There's the snap. Drops back to pass. Quick in pass. And it's dropped there by Kinneberg, rather. So the line for the Rockets, it'll be at left tackle, number 73, Craig Bringle. At guard, it'll be switching off number 67, Mike Bartels, and number 53, Derek Steinbach. At center, number 55, Colin Boyson. Right guard, number 65, Mark Woodrich, and right tackle, 71, Sam Mitchell. 2nd down and 10. There's the handoff up the middle, and that goes nowhere. And these Mayo Spartans are pumped up for this game here at Rocket Stadium.
That first touchdown sure did put a lot of enthusiasm in that Mayo defense and the whole team right there.
So as we look across the defensive line for the Spartans here, it's Carl Jepson at right end, number 51, Bricker Thorpe at right tackle, 53, returning from an ankle injury, number 56, nose guard, Chris Fogarty, number 72, left tackle, Mike Hinrichs, number 77, left end, Brian Thone. 3rd down and 10 now, Solheim under center, drops back, hands off to the left side, here comes the sweep, and they're going to get the first down. There's the first, and 5 more for number 20, Jason Barbas. And it was only about 3 weeks ago that Jason Barbas scored 5 touchdowns in a game for the Rockets, as they went on to victory, of course, in that game. Scored 4 on offense and 1 on defense, so you got to look out for him. 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining now here in the first quarter, as the John Marshall Rockets trail the Mayo Spartans 7-0 on a 71-yard touchdown run by Aaron Vold on the first play from scrimmage. Solheim drops back, hands off to Barbas around the left end, sweeps wide, but gets hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked back for a 3-yard loss, but they'll mark it as a 1-yard loss for the Rockets. So the sweep worked to the right side, but not to the left, as Mike Rippentrop, linebacker, and Nate Proper were out there. In the defensive backfield for the Spartans, safety Zach Ryan. Number 30, Brett Christofferson's also a safety. On the other side, number 87, linebacker Nate Moan, and number 22, cornerback Jay Hansen. The rain continues to fall here at Rocket Stadium. If it keeps this up, they'll be playing in ankle-deep mud by the end of the third quarter. Solheim drops back to pass, looking deep, fires up high, and incomplete through the hands of Dave Kinneberg.
Pass intended for number 88, Dave Kinneberg. He's overthrown.
Proper. Sorry about that. Nate Proper is the name, not Proper. 9:20 now left in the first quarter, and my knees are hurting as I've been kneeling on the cement floor here up in the press box here at John Marshall's Rocket Stadium. Solheim brings them up to center. 3rd down and 12. They're at the 45-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Johnson. There's a long pass, wide open, there he is! Oh, and through his hands. Number 42, Chad Durgan, out of the backfield, and he came up empty.
That rain sure makes it tough when you try to catch a ball.
Got to keep those elbows together to make that breadbasket catch. That would have been a touchdown for Chad Durgan and the John Marshall Rockets. It would have tied the score at 7 apiece if they would have made the extra point. But unfortunately, through the arms of Chad Durgan, and that'll bring up 4th down. Brian Solheim now back to punt for the Rockets. Brent Solheim, rather, check that. 4th down and 12. And you can see the yellow mummies and the red mummies on each side as they've brought out the football rain jackets. Pop the big hood over the helmet and try to keep dry. There's the snap, it's high. Ooh, close to being blocked. Nice punt by the John Marshall punter Brent Solheim, but it goes into the end zone. So it'll be 1st down to Mayo Spartans. If I remember correctly, John Marshall's punter Brent Solheim is leading the league in punting average. Somewhere on there, I thought it said he had a 47-yard average and the rest of the league had a 36-yard average. We'll try to get those stats to you.
Yeah, the average punt for JM this year is 47 yards to their opponents, who's only 32 yards.
On the tackle for John Marshall, number 75, Jeff Hubbard, number 65, Mark Litter.
And we apologize for not having that Aaron Vold replay for you because we came so early in the game we weren't quite set up yet for it, but Anyway, maybe he'll do it again. So second down now and 13.
Oh, no.
And breaks it to the outside for the first down. And who's that? Looks like Burke Farnell.
Ball carrier number 33, Burke Farnell, for a first down for Mayo. On the tackle for John Marshall, number 42, Chad Durgan.
So they're pounding the inside line of the John Marshall Rockets on defense. Right end Chad Westberg, right tackle Jeff Tupper, nose guard Derek Damon, left tackle Jeff Miras, left end Mark Woodrich. Rich Hebel under center for the Mayo Spartans. Hands off to the third back. And a lot of missed tackles there. A gain of about 5 yards.
On the tackle for John Marshall, number 45, and
Nice play by Burke Farnell. So the linebackers for John Marshall, Aaron Kelly, Jeff Thompson, cornerbacks Randy Capel, Jason Barbas, and safeties Chad Durgan, Ken Carmen. Rich Hebel brings them up now. Farnell, Rippentrop, Vold, Zach Ryan, and Ben Gerke. There's them up the middle again, and this time there's a lot of Rockets there to put the stop to it. Gain of about half a yard maybe. And that'll bring up third down and 5. The line for the Spartans, Drew Marlowe at left tackle, Jared Rudd at left guard, Scott Toomey at center, number 50, Travis Kaler at right guard, John Maddox at right tackle. Ben Gerke and Jason Evans are the split ends on the far side. Back to pass is Hebel, first time this evening rather. Throws it up in the middle and knocked down, almost intercepted by
broken up by number 53 for John Marshall. That's Derek Steinbach. That'll be fourth down.
Derek Steinbach, they said, broke up the pass. So it'll be fourth down and time to punt for the Mayo Spartans. 6:42 remaining now here in the first quarter. Mayo Spartans lead the John Marshall Rockets 7-0. This is a pivotal game for both teams. If the Spartans should win, they'd go 3-2, and the Rockets would be 3-2. If the Rockets win, they go 4-1, and Mayo falls to 2-3. So,
Badgers punt down on the 30, where it'll be first down for John Marshall.
so a nice punt there for the Spartans, number 41, Corey Badger, and it's down on the 30-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for Brent Solheim and the Rockets on their second possession. And the umbrellas are out in full force tonight here at Rocket Stadium as the rain continues to fall in sheets and water's starting to gather now on the center of the field in the areas where there's not quite as much grass. Solheim back, hands off to Kevin Johnson.
Ball carrier number 33, Kevin Johnson. Tackler for Mayo, number 82, Zach Ryan.
He gains about 3, and it should bring up third down and 7. Possibly 4 on the carry. So right now the score could have been 7-7, but it's 7-0 for Mayo. And there's a penalty.
Flags all over. Somebody moved.
And Mayo Spartans move back 5 yards. And it's going to be in the neutral zone, I guess, on the defense for the Mayo Spartans. And it'll bring up now second down and 3, or 2. So it's a nice night to be up here under the roof when most fans are out there under their umbrellas. The rain continues to fall. Solheim hands off to Kevin Johnson once again up the middle.
Breaks a few tackles.
First
there.
down across the 45-yard line.
Carries the first down for John Marshall.
And a John Marshall player coming out gets tripped up by the chain link over there as the guys are trying to move the first down markers. So here we go now. First down and 10 for the John Marshall Rockets, rather. Solheim brings them under center. Pitch back now. Coming around the near side to Barbas. And thrown out of bounds at the 48, a gain of about 3. So in case you just joined us, once again, on the first play from scrimmage for the Mayo Spartans, it was a handoff from Rich Hebel to Aaron Vold, number 34 for the Spartans. He went through the middle of the Rocket defensive line, then cut to the left and went 71 yards for a touchdown. And the Mayo Spartans lead the John Marshall Rockets 7-0. This is the Rockets' second possession, and the ball is stacked up there, and that'll bring up a third down now, and about 7 for the Rockets. The Rockets counted on their first possession, drove the ball about 20 yards, then threw a long pass downfield, and Brent Solheim threw it, and it went through the outstretched arms of Chad Durgan out of the backfield, number 42, and fell incomplete, so the Rockets had to punt. 4:30 now remaining in the first quarter. Solheim once again brings them under center in the wing T formation. There's the handoff, fake handoff up the middle. Solheim rolling out. There's a flag downfield, and let's see what happens. I saw a John Marshall Rocket receiver get stood up in that area, and we'll see if it's going to be defensive interference on the backfield of the Spartans, and it is defensive holding. And it was in the area of either Mike Rippentrop or Nate Proper for the Spartans, and that'll give the Rockets, I believe, a first down. Inside Spartan territory. So first down for the Rockets, and it's at the Spartan now 43-yard line. And in case you didn't know it tonight, the Mayo Spartans are taking on the Owatonna Indians, and those teams are both 3-1. However, Owatonna,
Number 33, Kevin Johnson, the ball carrier.
I believe Owatonna already lost to John Marshall, if I'm not mistaken.
Freshman tackle is number 74, Mayo. And Stoney Hudson, the number 87, Nate Mullen.
So a nice gain there. It'll be second down now and about 4 for the Rockets here as they continue to march down the field.